Welcome back to our 31 Days of Horror Advent Calendar. Today, Friday, October 21st, we're talking about 2007's The Mist. The Mist is based off a short story by Stephen King, written and directed by Frank Darabont. We all know from the Shawshank Redemption, and obviously the first season and second season of The Walking Dead.
He also did The Green Mile.
Can't forget The Green Mile in there as well. This movie stars Thomas Jane and Marcia Gay Harden, who I think is really, really good in this movie. Really, I think kind of steals the show. And it's about this group of people are at this grocery store when this mysterious mist rolls into their town. They cannot see out past it. And they end up having to try to survive within this grocery store as all these different creatures keep coming out of this mist and attacking them.
This is one of my favorite horror films. What I enjoy so much about this film is the tension that gets built up inside that grocery store, and you know, the mysteriousness too. I love that they don't really give you everything all at once. It kind of slowly comes at you throughout the film.
I really enjoy the different creatures and the creature effects in this movie. I think some of it is CGI. There's some practical effects in it, but I just love the myriad of different creatures that we get, from these giant spiders, giant squid-like creatures. There's all kinds of different stuff that you end up seeing in this film, and it really does. It lets your imagination run wild because you just kind of try to imagine what is out in that mist, and just like our characters, you have no idea.
One of my favorite things about this film is the paranoia that gets built up inside this grocery store. And obviously, all these different townsfolk are stuck in this store, so you got all these different people from different ways of life. And one of the people that's, in the store with them is this, really hyper-religious nutcase, I guess.
Yeah.
And I love that she, obviously she's going to think it's the end of the world, it's the apocalypse, it's the biblical end times raining down upon them at this moment. And I love that, all the tension that builds up inside the store throughout this film.
Yeah, I think that's interesting how the people in the store become a microcosm of a society, and you see it kind of get a little Lord of the Flies, you know what I mean? As they're in there longer and longer, they end up spending days inside of this grocery store altogether. So there's a little bit of an apocalypse movie in there. I mean, as much as it's a creature feature, there is kind of this cool apocalypse movie that's going on, them just trying to figure out how to survive in this grocery store. A bit like Dawn of the Dead, but in a grocery store instead of a mall.
Also, I wanted to add, I think that this film has probably the most jaw-dropping ending of any film I've ever seen. This is the type of ending, if you haven't seen it, where the first time I watched this film, I sat there silently with a Denzel single tear as the entire end credits rolled. In just silence. I just couldn't, I was in disbelief watching the end of this film.
Yeah, this movie is definitely intense. It's a heavy hitter. I think from beginning to end, there's a lot of interesting characters, and you really get invested in them and want to see them survive this thing. So that's been our short review today of The Mist from 2007. It's a movie we both really enjoy, and we hope that you guys check this one out for your 31 Days of Horror Advent Calendar. Remember to like and subscribe, comment down below on what you think of The Mist, and especially the ending. It's a polarizer, guys, so strap in and tell us what you think in the comments. You can also follow us at BacktotheFeature on Twitter. We'll discuss movies with you guys all day long. I've been Giovanni Carlo.
And I'm John Vanloo.
And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow for the 31 Days of Horror.
What's going on? It's death.
Something in the mist! Shut the doors! Shut the doors!
Who she's gonna sacrifice to make it all better.
We want the boy.
You try it.
Kill him!